Now, certainly another hot, steamy day here in central Alabama.
Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Gene Norman is also seeing a stormy trend developing. He's in the Storm Track Weather Center.
That's right. We've seen the storms die down tonight, but they could revive as early as tomorrow morning. I showed you early in the newscast that we may have a stormy start to our Wednesday. That's one of the things we're tracking, is a possibility of that, as well as the hot and steamy weather to continue for most of the rest of this week. And that will lead to a round of afternoon storms nearly daily between now and possibly the early part of next week. Well, let's take a look at what we're seeing on our satellite radar display tonight. Look at these thunderstorms here in western portions of Tennessee and eastern Mississippi. Now tonight, as I was analyzing the most recent run of our exclusive Futurecast computer model, it was indicating to me that those storms are likely going to hold together and perhaps explode for the morning commute. Here we are at 5 a.m. That's why it's vital that you wake up tomorrow morning with Wake Up Alabama. Check in with Mark Prater. Our computer models are indicating one thing, but until we see the storms, we really can't know where they're going to be or how strong. That's why you want to check in, because Mark will have the very, very latest. Now, it looks as though if that first batch does develop, those storms will weaken a little bit, but the energy will be still there. And as the sun heats that energy, guess what? Afternoon showers and thunderstorms will break out tomorrow for the evening commute in some spots, and then those will begin to die down as well. Now, once we get rid of this disturbance creating the storms, we'll just be relying on the afternoon heat of the day to give us a chance of rain from now until the weekend. However, on Saturday, I'm tracking a cold front, which could actually increase our chances for rain on Saturday and possibly the rest of our weekend. So we'll keep tracking that as well. Live lookout over Tuscaloosa right now. You see partly cloudy skies, but what you can't see from the picture is what you can feel when you step outside. It's that air you can wear. It's back. 78, the current temperature out there. A light southeast breeze, but look at that humidity. 84%. That is juicy air. And again, it's that moist atmosphere that will be the fuel for storms that do develop in the overnight hours. 75 at Jasper right now, 78 in Alabaster, 80 warm degrees here in Birmingham after hitting a high today of 93. And even in East Alabama, which was a lot hotter, and they didn't see much rain, they're in the upper 70s. So here's a breakdown of the forecast. Again, in the overnight hours, we could see some storms drift in before dawn. And again, they might be a little bit hefty. That's why you might want to leave a little bit early for that morning commute and make sure the kids have the rain gear. Make sure they have them for the ride home too, because there will be some scattered storms developing after it gets very warm and muggy with temperatures climbing into the low 90s. Well, you know, I rate the next day's weather from 1 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, that is. It's called the Norman number. And for tomorrow, I'm keeping it at a 5. And as we work our way toward the end of the week, we'll probably see less of a chance for rain on Thursday. I think the atmosphere might get a chance to dry out a little bit, but then another round of storms is likely Friday afternoon. It'll also be hot with highs climbing into the low 90s. But here comes the front. Now, the front will give us a decent chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms both Saturday and Sunday, but that should knock temperatures down a bit. Depending on how far south the front gets, we may even see fewer of those storms early next week. However, with the possibility of a front and some storms around, we're already getting a sense of what could happen for the Alabama home opener. It's at 11 a.m. against Florida Atlantic. At kickoff, it will be hot, but watch out. There could be some scattered showers and thunderstorms in the second half. Kind of the same story at Jordan-Hare. Now, of course, that game kicks off at 6 o'clock, so I anticipate that for tailgating, it'll be partly cloudy. Kickoff, there could be storms around, perhaps not unlike what happened this past weekend, and then heading into the second half and into the evening, it'll just be warm and muggy. So we do have an unsettled weather pattern over the next couple of days. Again, check in with Mark Prater tomorrow morning. We'll see if those storms are rough rumblers.